Good morning, students. Welcome to the next class, binary to gray code converter. In the previous class, we have seen binary coded to decimal adder, XS3 adders. So previous class we have seen adders. So with normal binary adder, BCD adder, XS3 adder. These three are we are using for the different types of combinational circuit which performs the different types of mobile processors and architectures. Okay, now coming to that, our next concept is code converters. In this code converters, we are going to see the binary to gray code converter. So in this binary to gray code converter, so first take a small look of overview of code converters. So we are discussing the concept of design of code converters. Okay, right. So in this we have binary to XS3 converter, XS3 to binary converter, binary to gray converter, gray to binary converter, next BCD to 7-segment display or 7-segment decoder. Now we will see the concept of binary to gray converter and gray to binary converter. So we will see one side of the converter and second side of the converter you have to do as a practice at home. Now our concept is binary to gray code converter. So see here we are converting the data from binary number system to gray code number system. Okay, so here it is very simple. The meaning of this concept itself it is saying that what are the operations we are doing in this class. So here we have to convert the binary information into gray code. We know how to convert binary information into the gray code information. Okay, so coming to see here, we will take one example. For example, here we have 110. This is the binary number. Now, we want to know what is the equivalent number for this in gray code. What is the equivalent number in the gray code? So, here you have 4 bits, right? Here, take this B3, B2, B1, B0. B3, B2, B1, B0. The first bit you have to write down as is. So in this 1101, see here we have 1101. The first bit you have to write here as is. This bit you have to write as is 1. Okay, next. So you have to add this B3, B2. That means you have to perform an exclusive OR gate operation in between B3 and B2. So when you are adding this to 1 plus 1, that is equal to, you are writing here 0. Next, for getting, sorry, this is we are converting into the gray code. So for that reason here you have to write G3, G2 and G1, G0. These are the 4 bits we have to identify here. These are the 4 bits here you have to find. So G3, G2, G1, G0 bits you have to find. So here G3 bit. So G3 bit we are writing directly as it is. Here B3 bit we are writing directly. What is the B3 bit is there? That bit you are writing directly. Next, coming to the G2 bit, you have to do an addition operation in between B3, B2, and for G1 bit you have to add B2, B1. These 2 bits you have to add and you have to write down the result. Then you have to add these 2 bits and write down you have to result as G0. So here 1 plus 1 that is equal to 0. When for an exclusive OR gate if the both inputs are 1, 1, the output is 0. Now perform exclusive OR gate operation in between these 2. So here we are doing exclusive OR gate between these bits. Now we are doing this operation. 1 plus 0 that is equal to 1. If for an exclusive OR gate truth table, if you check that, if you have the inputs 1, 0 or 0, 1, the output is 1. Next 0, 1, so output is 1. So this is the gray code equivalent number, the gray code equivalent number for the number of 1101. So see here 1101. Right. This is the 1101. This is the 1101. So that is the 1101 in binary number system. Coming to the gray code number system, this is the gray code number system. That is the gray code number system. So here 1011, there 1011. So when you are converting a given binary number into the gray number, you are doing that exclusive OR gate operation in between these bits. So here simply you can write G3 is equal to B3 and G2 is equal to B3 exclusive B2 and G1 is equal to B2 exclusive B1. Next, G0 is equal to B1 exclusive B2. So these are the four expressions. Okay, but coming to our standard code conversion process, what you are doing here, one side you are writing the binary equivalent number. Here I have written the binary equivalent numbers from 0 to 15. All 0 to 15 combinations I have represented here. So these equivalent decimal values I have represented here in this green color line, in this green color column. Next, coming to this orange color table, which indicates the gray code equivalent values of those corresponding binary values. Gray code values representing their corresponding binary values. For example, see here, for the 2 equivalent number, this is the 2 equivalent number in binary number system. Its equivalent gray code number system is this one. Its equivalent gray code number system is 0011. It is very simple thing. You have to design a circuit. For that circuit, when you are giving 0010, it should produce the output as 0011. So if you are giving the input is 0010, the output is 0011. The circuit perform the binary information. It should convert the binary information into the gray code information. That is the operation you have to do here. Okay, right. So this is the binary number systems and these are the gray code number systems. So write carefully. If you are writing these tables clearly, then you will get the equations perfectly. Okay, right. Now see here, G0. What is the function for G0? What is the function for G1, G2, G3? So see here, first you have to write down the equation for G3. So check that when the G3 is going to on. So the G3 is equal to, these are the combinations you will get the output. So for that it's corresponding min terms, that is M8, M9, M10, M11, M12, M13, M14, M15. So these are its corresponding min term values. These min term values now you have to write down here, right? So first you have to write down G3, where G3 is equal to sigma small m of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now next you have to write down the G2 expression. So where G2 is equal to, these are the combinations. So what is these combinations? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. These are the G2 combinations. Next coming to the G1 combinations. So G1 combinations, when you got the G1 output, these are the min terms you have to check that for the G1. So see here, whenever G1 is equal to 1, then their corresponding min terms you have to write over here. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Next 10, 11, 12, 13. 10, 11, 12, 13. These are the G1 corresponding min terms. Next coming to the G0. So see here, G0 here, 2, here 2, here 2, here 2. Total 8 values are there, 8 min terms. That is 1, 2. So 1, 2 we have 10. Next 5, 6 we have 10. And 9, 10 you have to write on 9, 10 and 13, 14. So these are the corresponding values for the G0. So this is the sum of min terms. That is the standard min terms. Sum of the min terms. Sigma is indicating sum and small m is nothing but as these are the min terms. Sum of min terms. Okay. The sum of you have to write down the min terms. Right. Now, what we have to do according to the procedure, when you are converting, when you are designing a converter, the first step is you have to update the corresponding truth table in between inputs and outputs. The first step is you have to write the truth table for the inputs and outputs we have already written. Second step, you have to write down the expressions, Boolean expressions for the outputs. Here I have 4 outputs. They are G3, G2, G1, G0, and inputs are A, B, C, D. Here the inputs are A, B, C, D. Outputs are G3, G2, G1, G0. So I have written the corresponding Boolean functions G3, G2, G1, G0. What is the next step? You have to draw the K-map and write down the simplified expressions. You have to draw the K-map and write down the simplified function. So the first function, G3 is equal to sigma small m of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now its corresponding K-map. So I have drawn the K-map and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have represented here. These 8 elements I can make as a single group. Why? Because so the size of the group elements is decided by 2 power n function. So here 2 power n is equal to, if it is 1, we can make 2 power 1, that is 2. By using 2 minterms we can make a group. Next 2 power 2, 4 terms we can make group. 2 power 3, that is equal to 8. 8 minterms we can make a group. So 8 minterms must be horizontally or vertically, it should be neighbor values. So here horizontal and vertically, here we have for total 8 elements. These 8 elements we have made the group and its corresponding output we have to check. Next, coming to that, second G2, next G3, G1. So G3, G2, G1, G0. G3, G2, G1, G0. These are the 4 maps. And coming to that, here from this you can write down the value. So see here, A, B, this is A, B bar, and these 4 values are changing. So the common value is A, So G3 is equal to A. Next, G2 is equal to, so see here you have a 4 group, here you have a 4 group. So this 4 group is representing A bar B. This 4 group is representing A bar B, and these 4 values are changing here. So for that reason we are not taking CD values. A, B values are fixed here, that is A bar B. So first you have to write down A bar B. Next, the second one, this one. From this group you can write AB bar. AB bar you can write here. So this is AB bar. This is seems to be like as A exclusive B. That is seems to be like as an exclusive OR gate operation. So for that reason G2 is equal to A exclusive B. G2 is equal to A exclusive B. In the same way, G1 is equal to B exclusive C. So see here, this is one quad group, and these two pairs we can this pair we can make as a quad group. From these 2 quads I have written G1 is equal to BC bar plus B bar C. So BC bar plus B bar C. That is nothing but as B exclusive C operation we have performed here. Next, coming to that final G0. So this is the result which will representing C bar D, CD bar. So see here, the first line, this is C bar D, and this is the line CD bar. So CD bar plus CD bar, C bar D. So these two combined we are representing as C exclusive or D. C exclusive OR operation with the D. So here G3 is equal to A. So finally you have to write down here the 4 functions. G3 is equal to A. G2 is equal to A bar B plus AB bar, that is equal to A exclusive B. G1 is equal to BC bar plus B bar C, that is equal to B exclusive C. And G0 is equal to C bar D plus CD bar. So see here the functions of G2, G1, G0 is equal to G2 is equal to A exclusive B, G1 is equal to B exclusive C, G0 is equal to C exclusive D, and G3 is equal to directly A. So these are the final expressions we got from these K maps. From these 4 K maps, we got those 5 values. Okay, right. Now next our target is the next step. The 4th step is you have to draw the logic diagram. So see here, this is our finalized logic diagram. So those are the 4 corresponding values. Those are the 4 corresponding 4 expressions we have represented for G3, G2, G1, G0. And this is the circuit diagram for G3, G2, G1, G0 from the ABCD. So here the inputs are, I have taken ABCD. Otherwise you can write down B3, B2, B1, B0. Okay, in the place of ABCD you can write B3, B2, B1, B0. Why? Because they are the binary bits. And the outputs are G3, G2, G1, G0. Okay, in the place of A you can write, B3. In some of the textbook they will follow this type of rules. Okay, B3, B2, B1, B0. These are the ABCD, and those are the finalization function. So when you went for a market and you buy the corresponding IC. So you can ask directly, give the binary to gray code conversion IC. They will give an IC. That IC seems to be like as a box here. So this is the binary to gray code converter box. This binary to gray code converter box has 4 inputs and 4 outputs. If you want to check what is there internally, so you can see the internal, here we have this type of circuit diagram. In that box, internally it has this type of circuit diagrams. Okay, so this is a binary to gray code conversion operation, and this is the binary to gray code converter logic diagram. Okay, right. So with this we have completed the binary to gray code converter. Okay, thank you.